Hi friends, happy St. Patrick's Day. Hope you're having a great day today. Come on over and see what Yappy and I are going to get into today. Hey friend, happy Monday. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I thought I'd give us another little video today. I did pre-film my video that I posted earlier today, but I figured it's St. Patrick's Day. I'm going to just come on with another one. So this will make, right now we have on our channel 101 videos. Well, no, I take that back. We have 101 episodes. We have 192 videos on this channel. We are 8 videos, and after this video, 7 videos away from 200 videos on our channel. And so we need to get this thing rolling. Almost 200 videos, 127 subscribers. We need to push this thing. We got to push. You know, I keep getting all these emails from all these people in India, wherever they are, that I need to change my SEO and I need to do this and I need to do that and blah, blah, blah. And I'm working on things like that. But this channel is going to grow organically the way I want it to grow, because everything here is authentic. This is authentic. What you see is what you get here. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to, yes, do I want to be monetized? 100%. 100%. But I see other people who are doing just what I'm doing, and they've got over 10,000 followers, and they've only been on here for less than 6 months. So I know that it can happen. You know what I mean? I'm just going to keep going as I'm going. You know what I mean? And I know that we are going to grow this thing. With your help, I know that this is going to grow. You know, keep pushing out my videos. Share them. Like them. If you haven't seen all my videos, go back, watch, and like them. It helps this channel grow. And we need the growth. And I need it. And I think that if you're already here, you're liking what you're seeing so far. So maybe you could just help me out a little bit. You know, March is, for us, this month is Motivational March. And that is something that will motivate me to keep pushing out the daily content. It's very hard. This is not easy. Daily content is very tiring. It's very exhausting. You know, that's why most people here, even the pros and the girly pops, they only do it during Vlogmas. You know what I mean? Or maybe during, I think they do it in October, maybe for Halloween or something like that. They don't do this all year long. They don't put out a new video every single day. Nobody can do that. You just can't function. I mean, they probably film every day, but their content doesn't go out every single day. You know what I mean? It's a lot. You know, it's a lot. And especially now that I am actually editing the videos, and there are still mistakes. It's never going to be a perfect video. Like, I watched the video I posted this morning, and in that video I said, I don't even know what time or anything because I didn't write any of that down. But in the video, and if you haven't watched it, please go back and watch video number 101. But in that video I said that it's been almost 4 years since we got our new furniture and since I got my mattress. And then in 2 seconds later, I said, oh yeah, it's been 4.5 years. I meant to say 3.5 years, but I didn't catch it in the edit so that I could put that on the screen. You know what I mean? So my videos are very authentic and very real. There will be mistakes in my videos, and you'll be on the other side saying, huh? That didn't make sense. Well, no, it didn't make sense, but I didn't catch it in editing. I didn't catch it before post. So, you know, there you have it. You know what I mean? And that's how I want this channel to stay. I'm not trying to be professional. Sure, would I love my videos to look like a sitcom and a TV show? 100%. But I don't have the money to pay somebody to edit for me and to do all those kind of things. That's not where we're headed here. You know what I mean? This is just going to be raw, authentic, honest videos with very minimal. I mean, it still says in my description, these videos are, you know, raw and honest, and it says they are unedited, mistakes and all. And they are edited now a little bit, but they still have mistakes. They still do. You know what I mean? I do very little editing, very little. I add my little pop-ups and things like that, and that is time consuming. And that's what makes you tired. You know, the filming of the video, not so much. Maybe taking the time, yeah. But the editing process of something that's so short that could take you hours, if not days to edit sometimes, that I understand now, what all the girly pops go through in that. It takes a long time to edit these videos. And I'm doing it on something the size of a postage stamp because I'm doing it on my phone. I'm not doing it on a computer, on a desktop, on a laptop, on a tablet, because I don't have any of those things to do it on. So I'm doing everything here. You know, I'm doing everything here on my iPhone 60 Pro Max. You know, that's what, actually, I take that back. This is my iPhone 16 Pro Max right here, and it's 11:47 a.m. This is my iPhone 11 Pro Max that was restored back to the factory, you know, settings. And so this phone has a lot more room on it. And of course, I forgot to press 4K for my, it keeps asking me to do it every time. I need to go into settings or something and do that so it stays permanent. But I mean, I like filming on here because I don't get interrupted. When I film on my phone, there are so many interruptions. Even if I put do not disturb, if I put limit the interactions, if I turn off all the notifications, I still get interrupted on this phone. So that's why I kind of like to film on here. The only thing is, like, my description that's on here doesn't have all the links that work. So after I post, then I have to go back, add my description from this phone, and add it to my video once my video posts. So, you know, it's a process, but, you know, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. And I'm enjoying the process, but it is tiring. You know, I have to admit that. I'm still exhausted. You know, I'm very tired and I don't want to get sick, you know, so I'm trying to film videos a day in advance, you know, to kind of help me out so I'm not stressing out and rushing to film. You know, there are other things I need to do in my day. You know, things that are getting away from me because I'm spending all my time here on YouTube. I mean, I have neglected all of my other platforms. I don't post on my other platforms whatsoever. Like, rarely. You know, rarely. And I realized that because I was posting, Facebook was every day, which my Facebook is connected to my Instagram, so that would get a post every day. And now it's like, yeah, I'm not even feeling it. You know what I mean? Not feeling it. So, you know. But that's it. So today, basically, we're just going to do a little gratitude today again. And also, I'm going to read something from the 21-Day Sugar Detox Daily Guide. This book I got years ago. And when I first did the very first sugar detox that I wanted to do, oh, this book has such beautiful pictures of food and everything. This is a deli tuna sliders. They look so delicious. And so I love this book. My other book, my Sugar Detox book by Wendy Speak, this book is by Diane Sanfilippo, which is the 21-Day Sugar Detox. And I'll have it listed down below. And then it might already be down there, but in previous videos, but I'll make sure it's on this video. And then also the Sugar Fast. I feel like these two books can go hand in hand as far as letting you know, how you should go about it. This book, basically, she gives you some guidance, but it's basically faith-based. That's what we're focusing on with the 40-Day Sugar Detox. We are focusing on speaking to God, Spirit, Jesus, Lord, Mother, Father, Goddess, Spirit, guides, angels, ancestors, saints, whoever you talk to on a daily basis, especially when you're having a hard time getting through a situation. That's where this book comes into play. You know what I mean? Because as you're fasting, you are praying. Kind of like right now, the people just finished, I think, Ramadan or one of those. And so they fast and they pray. This is a part of that. You know what I mean? And I'm so looking forward to that, the spiritual aspect of that book, along with detoxing your body of impurities of sugar and all of that. This book, however, it has 75 recipes, and this is an older book. Let's see, this one was published, it was printed in Canada, for all my Canadian friends out there, by Victory Belt Publishing, excuse me. And it says that this book, in Canada, it's like $40. At this time when I bought it, it was $39.95. And it said in the US it was $29.95. I don't think I paid $29.95 for this, however, but I'm not sure. And this book was originated in 2010. I think I got this copy of this book in maybe during the pandemic, maybe 2020. I might have gotten it in 2019. I'm thinking I got it in 2020, though. I'm not sure. So, but anyway, first, before we get into any of that, you know, I hope you all liked the gratitude video that I posted today. You know, I hope you liked it. And I just want to read something. It's, I think I've read this before, this quote before. It's a quote from Oprah Winfrey. And this is in another guided journal that I have, Moments of Gratitude. Which is a little bit different, but similar to the 5-minute gratitude journal that I have. And I have not written in this. I haven't highlighted in this. I don't think I've done anything in this book. This book is pretty much pure. I've done nothing in it. I've not. Oh, I did write something here inside the first page. I don't know what that was. But anyway, I have not written anything else, you know, in this book at all. So what I wanted to read from this book is, Oprah said, "What you focus on expands. When you focus on the goodness in your life, you create more of it." Oprah Winfrey. And I love that quote. You know what I mean? Just like I was saying with the gratitude yesterday and focusing on that. You know what I mean? How it makes you just feel so much better. It just lifts you up. It just lifts you up. And that's the same thing with what she's saying here. You know what I mean? It helps you, you know, it makes you focus. When you focus, what you focus on expands. You know what I mean? It just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And when you focus on the goodness, like she says, in your life, you create more of it, which means it's expanding and getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. You know what I mean? And so yes. And I just love that. You know, I feel like when we focus on gratitude, it just changes our whole, like I said yesterday, you know, you start walking a little different, feeling a little different. People around you are going to be like, oh, did you get your hair done? Did you get a haircut? New hair color, perhaps? Did you get new glasses? You lost weight. Well, yes, to all of those things, but no, I am grateful. I am having an attitude of gratitude, and that's what you're going to say to them. You know what I mean? It makes everything change. You know, it just makes everything change. And I just love that. And that's why we should all just be grateful, you know, and we have to remind ourselves of it every day. We're not perfect people. We have to remind ourselves. But once you get up and then you open your eyes in the morning, like my daughter says, everything, the heavens open up, like the sun behind me here, the sunbeam, and the butterflies are flying and everything, and the heavens open up and the angels are like, oh. Every day when I wake up, it is so true, because that's how I feel. You know, that's how I feel every day. And as soon as my feet hit the ground, before my feet hit the ground, you know, I'm like, thank you, everybody above. You know, I pray every day to my mother, my beautiful ancestors, my spirit and guides, the angels and saints that surround me. You know what I mean? Dear Father in heaven, dear Mother in heaven. You know what I mean? Because we come from the mother, you know. Most of us do. We are taught, and it's indoctrinated in us, especially me, I'm a Catholic child, you know, born and raised Catholic. And that's indoctrinated in you, father, you know what I mean? But we had Mary, our beautiful mother, you know what I mean, who gave birth to the sweet baby Jesus. She is the mother of us all. You know what I mean? So you pray to whomever you want to, whatever makes you feel good. You pray to the Creator. You know what I mean? And you thank them every single day. Just thank them for your existence here. Because like I said in my video that I posted earlier, so many people that I know, they didn't wake up this morning. You know what I mean? They haven't been here. They haven't woken up in quite a while. You know what I mean? And every second we're losing somebody. And it's, devastating as that is. We don't want to get lost because we weren't grateful and we were selfish and we were whatever. No. You know what I mean? So just practice that. Focus on that and see how broad that focus is, how broad that stroke is with your focus. It just is going to be, everything around you is just going to seem so beautiful. Everything around you is just going to change. It's just going to change, And now we're going to go on to this 21-day sugar detox. And on the back of the book, she says, since 2010, the 21-day sugar detox has helped hundreds of thousands of people bust sugar and carb cravings through the original book, cookbook, online programs, and the website, which is the 21daysugardetox.com. I'll put it all down below. And of course, they have certified 21-day sugar detox coaches and various social media platforms. Now you can dive into the detox with confidence, knowing that you'll be guided every step of the way. So I do love this, I love this book. And, right, somebody, and of course this is all the, the back of the book is where people have given in their testimony, so to speak. And so one person, Julie M., she was a participant in the 21-day sugar detox, and she said, I focused on all the stuff I could eat instead of what I couldn't. And that's almost the same thing as the gratitude. Focus on what you have currently. Be grateful for what you have, not for what you don't. Right? All these things have synchronicities, and they all tie in together. She says she lost 10 pounds, which wasn't her intention, but it happened, so yay. She says she learned to pay attention to what her body said worked or didn't work. So for her, she said this will not be the end, but actually a new beginning. She says she knows there are difficult days, and she knows that it was overwhelming, in the beginning. But she has never felt better than she feels right now. So don't give up and don't give in. Listen to your body and learn what works for you. And I had said that in a couple of videos ago. You know what I mean? I know what works for me as far as my whole weight loss situation. I'm down 110 pounds. I know what works for me. Everybody tries to say, oh, you're 60. You're 50 something. You're this, you're that. You're not going to lose weight. Nah, you're not. I'm 60, going to be 61 years old in 5 months, in less than 5 months. And I have lost 110 pounds. Yes, it's taken me probably about 2 years or so to do that this time around. The first time around, I lost 85 pounds. It took me less than a year to do that. And I still had so much more to go, but I felt absolutely amazing at that time. And that was back in 2019. And it helped me go through surgery. I had my hysterectomy, and it helped me heal through that and get through that surgery. I almost bled out on the table. A surgery that should have been 2 to 3 hours, my doctor said. It took them almost 9 hours because I was bleeding out and they didn't know how to stop it. It was very scary and very touch and go. But it would have been worse, and I might have flatlined and died on the table if I hadn't have lost 85 pounds at the time of me going to have that surgery. And then during the pandemonium, of course, we were all eating and baking banana bread, and you couldn't leave your house. So what were we doing? Eating. I was. And I gained that weight back. I gained at least 65 of the 85 pounds back. I did. So I ended up back right at 300 pounds or 301, something like that. And I had been over 320 pounds, over 321 pounds, because after 321, I didn't want to know that. So 321 was my cutoff. But I was more than that. And when I lost that first 85 pounds, I think my lowest weight was 245 or around there, something like that. Yeah, I think I was around 245, or I know I was not in the 250s or anything. When I gained the weight back, I ended up back at 300 and change, 301, I think, or 302. And I'm like, okay. So then I lost like 30 pounds quickly. I was like 271 or 270. And I hovered at that for almost a year. I could not get out of that decade, out of the 70s decade. Now, I'm getting ready to be in the 10s decade of the 200s. I've come such a long way. Such a long way. You know what I mean? So, yes. Yes. And doing this is a big help. And it helps with everything. Like, it's going to help with my skin and to get rid of the inflammation that I have, especially in my stomach. And so I'm so looking forward to it. But I still have some slip-ups. Like, I have, I think, let me see, 2 pieces of gum left. So once this is over, I won't have any more gum. And I always eat Trident bubble gum. It's my favorite. It's my absolute favorite gum. I have 1 stick left. Like, once I'm done with that, that's it. I won't have any gum for a while. Last night, I don't know what was going on with me. I ate my meal yesterday. I had some shrimp, some butterfly shrimp. And I had some potato wedges, and I had some chicken. I had put that all in the oven for Zoe and I. We don't fry or do anything anymore, but I do buy some frozen things because she likes them. I usually never eat them, though. I usually only cook my food. I don't ever buy prepackaged things for myself. But yesterday, I'm like, I couldn't. I was tired. I had a Zoom meeting at 10 a.m. I had another Zoom meeting at 4 p.m. Lexi's just doing things, honey. Lexi is just doing it. You know what I mean? And I had to film. So it was a lot going on yesterday. And so I decided that we're just going to have frozen food. I'm going to put it in the oven, and that's that. And no added oils or anything. I did put some Pam spray because I ran out of my avocado oil spray and my olive oil spray. So I had to use Pam, which is not the best, but I used that because that's all I had. And I put it on a baking sheet, parchment paper, spray it a little bit, and put it in the oven, 425 for like 25 minutes. And that's anything frozen that I put in the oven, I do that with. And it always comes out perfect. And so after I ate that, and then we had our next meeting, and that meeting included Zoe and I. So that meeting was at 4 p.m. And that meeting went for a while. It went probably for almost 2 hours, I believe, that meeting. So it was pretty long. And once that meeting was over, I was supposed to do something else and have a phone call with somebody else. And I just couldn't. I was freaking exhausted. I sat in the recliner outside and I was just like this. I was just nodding. YouTube was watching me. I was just like nodding out, trying to watch Kristen Louise and Robin, Toadstool Tarot, trying to watch them. And I did participate in that, and I stayed for the whole time. And but I was exhausted. Do you hear me? I was absolutely exhausted. And so I got hungry. And I'm like, God, what am I going to eat? I don't really have anything here like to really munch on that's healthy. And I didn't have any popcorn. We ran out of popcorn. And I do like that. Corn is not the best thing for me or anyone, but the popcorn comes in handy for me, so I do like it with a little bit of salt and cayenne pepper on it. I love it. And maybe a little bit of butter spray, I love it. And so I didn't have any. So I'm like, well, we have cheese. Excuse me, here we go with the yawning again. I'm telling you, this is serious. This is serious. I'm exhausted. So we had, I had bought some pita crackers, and they were garlic and chive, I think, pita crackers. So delicious. But that box of crackers is so tiny, and it's never full. And I had a couple helpings of those, and Zoe had a helping. So I just finished those off last night with some Gouda cheese and some jalapeno Havarti cheese. And then I don't know what got into me, and I ran out of my little crackers, and I said, excuse me, I have a box of saltines. So I'll open them, I'll take a couple out, but I took the ream with me instead of putting the ream back in that saltine box and leaving it in the kitchen. So what did I do? I ate the couple of crackers that I wanted from the box. I think I needed like maybe 3 or 4 crackers to match the cheese that I had cut out. And then I ate I sat there mindlessly watching YouTube and eating the whole ream of crackers. Now, I weighed myself this morning, so I'm only up like 0.2, so that's perfect because I eat at a calorie deficit and I work out every day. And so I know my body, and I knew that wasn't going to really hurt me, but it was those carbs that I didn't really need. So I'm like, I need to find something else. So this book is going to be good. I'm just looking at the food in this book, and I'm like, oh, I want it all. I want everything in this book, I tell you the truth, you know. Oh, look at this. Some people don't like it, but I love me some dinosaur kale. Oh, it's so beautiful. I love it. And I don't want it in a drink. I don't want it in a smoothie. I want to eat it in a salad or something, you know, or heat it up and eat it. I just love it. You know, I love it. There are so many recipes in here and so many good things. She made some grain-free granola. So I guess it's banana granola. And there's a breakfast salad that has eggs on top. There's so many apple cinnamon muffins. I mean, there's so many things. I can't wait to see how these things are sweetened and so, you know, to see what they use. But the recipes are amazing, and it's like you wouldn't want for anything. You wouldn't feel like you're being deprived by having this. She has homemade mayo here too, and that's something that I wanted to, and the clarified butter and ghee, which I love. Chicken broth, bone broth, vegetable broth. I mean, she has recipes for so many things here. Making your own ranch dressing, a basic cilantro cauliflower rice, lemon herb dressing, which is one of my favorites. I used to always make my dressing for my salads, and I've gotten out of that, and I need to get back to that. Also, ketchup, the 21-day sugar detox ketchup, and which is nice. I'd love to. It's a pretty color too. It's not going to show up here probably, but it's like a pretty color ketchup. And then here it is over here. And yeah, just really, really nice. Oh, actually, that was barbecue sauce in the bowl that I showed you. That was actually barbecue sauce. And let's see what it's anything. There's no sweetener in it at all. No, there's no sweetener in it. And in the ketchup, apple cider vinegar, but no sweetener. Oh, 2 green apples peeled and diced. So I guess when you blend it, that is going to be caramelized onions, which are my absolute favorite. Perfect grilled chicken breast, which I love. I can eat that every day. I can eat that every single day. But you know, each thing goes through stuff. Like she has these things called frozen cocoa monkey bites. And it's bananas dipped in dark chocolate. But I think she uses, let me see, she uses unsweetened cocoa powder and unsweetened carob powder for that. And then she has here the cinnamon banana bread. And let's see what that is made with. It's made with coconut flour. Cacao nibs is what she put on top of it. At first I thought it was pomegranate seeds, but it's cacao nibs. And I guess it's just sweetened with the bananas. You know what I mean? And it's made with cashew flour and coconut flour. Such good recipes. And I really, the first time I got this book, she made little mini chocolate cream pies. They look like little bonbons. I don't know if you can see it. There's kind of a glare, but if you can see it. And she used, she made it with like chocolate pudding, but she made the pudding with avocado and unsweetened caramel cocoa powder. Again, and vanilla. Yeah, so there's no sugar in any of these recipes. There's no sugars, no added sugars. The sugar is all from the fruit. And that section is called Not Sweet Treats. So very, very good. She has some simple beef jerky, which I would love to make. I wish I had a dehydrator, a food dehydrator. But if not, you could put them in the oven. It says on 200 degrees and bake for 2 to 4 hours until the jerky reaches desired level of dryness. Wow. And then she has like a nut mix, a spicy Thai nut mix, and a vanilla nut mix, which is cinnamon and vanilla. So just really nice things to get you, things that you can snack on and have, but they're not going to be bad for you, and they're not going to have extra or added sugars in them. And that I like. So yeah, and that was called Snacks and Sides. And there's so many different dishes in this book. So many. Oh, buffalo cauliflower and chicken wings. Thank you. I'll take 2. Buffalo pulled pork, Buddha bowl. Oh, this looks amazing right here. This looks absolutely amazing. I'm making myself hungry. Am I making you hungry? Because I'm making myself hungry. So I think today I'm going to try to focus a little bit on some of these things, and she has a guide also here to dining out. What to avoid when you're eating Chinese food and Indian food, Italian food and Japanese food, Mexican food, Thai food, American food, and the guide to hidden sugars. And so it shows you naturally derived sweeteners, artificial sweeteners, natural sweeteners. So it gives you all of what all of those are. You know what I mean? What I wanted to find, and I think that's going to be in the 40-Day Sugar Detox book. I have to find it, but all the different words that are used for sugar, because some of us don't know. And when you see natural flavors, maltodextrin, dextrin, all those things are other words for sugar. And my thing is, if you can't pronounce it and you can't spell it, then you don't need to eat it. I'm very thinking about that now. I look at the labels of everything. I mean, I look at every single thing. And I love this. Each day she gives a lesson. So each day there's a lesson, like on day 10, it says today's lesson, nutrient density, why real food matters more than calories. Eating whole nutrient dense sources of carbohydrates like vegetables, fruits, roots, and tubers enables you to make nutritional deposits into your body's energy bank account. Sugar, however, which is empty of nutrients, asks your body for a withdrawal without making a deposit in return. I love that. Because how many of us, during our days, our work days, or we're busy and we're grabbing that something sweet. Ooh, let me get that something sweet, and that's going to give me that pick-me-up. And ooh, yeah. And then, you know what I mean? You crash. You have that crash, and you want to know, oh, God, why did I have that slump? Why am I so tired? Why am I so everything? Because you had that sugar. That wasn't good for you. You know what I mean? And she also has a pre-detox. So the pre-detox, it goes backwards, but it's, I think, let me see, how many days are the pre-detox? The week before your detox. So it's a 7-day detox. And, and it has different questions. It has a little journal, like what I ate today. So you can get your little book and put that in and journal that. And day 1 of the pre-detox is setting goals and determining your why. I watched somebody else's video today, synchronicity, my goodness. I have noticed the synchronicity abound in my life lately with so many things. But I watched somebody else this morning. Her name is Jennifer Jenkins, I think. And one of my childhood besties, one of my school friends from 8th grade through 11th grade, we went to school together. And then I moved back to St. Croix from Chicago. It was Jennifer Jenkins. And we still talk to this day. And I just love Jenny so much. And that's why I started following this woman, because it's spelled Jennifer with one N. But I'm like, she's a mom of 5. She looks like a rock star. Absolutely amazing. And so she was doing, I think her channel is about health and, you know, what she eats in a day, that kind of thing. So it was just a sit down talking head video today about the 5 things that have helped her lose weight. And the first thing was, what is your why? You know, determining your why. I mean, synchronicity. Come on, synchronicity. So that's day 1 of the pre-detox. Day 2 is carbs and your body. Part 2, day 3. Okay, this book is printed a little awkward. There's some all these pages are out of whack. Maybe that's why I didn't pay the full $29 for this book. But it has the 3rd day as carbs in your body part 1, and then as the 2nd day, carbs in your body part 2. They just need to be switched around. And then day 4 is the artificial sweeteners. And okay, they talk about all forms of sugar, she says. Let's see. Day 5 is to modify your meals. Day 6 is where your sugar hides. And she gives you a list of pantry clean outs and stuff like that. And each one of these pages has the what I ate today on the bottom. So you fill in what you ate, you know, today. But she's like, it's in salad dressings, boxed cereals, which I don't eat, pasta sauces, which I don't eat anymore. I make my own. I make my own pasta sauce. As a matter of fact, my beautiful sister here, Spiritual Rain, in her video the other, she has a beautiful cooking channel. I'm going to list it down below. A beautiful cooking channel. Her food looks like it stepped off the pages of a magazine, like a food stylist. She definitely could be that. I don't know if she was a food stylist at some point, but she definitely could be that because her food looks amazing. And on her live on Sunday, her gratitude live, where I got everything that it was in my gratitude video this morning, video 101. So go back and watch. But she we were talking about something, and they started talking about Sophia Loren and everything, and pasta and stuff. And I says, oh, I've been making the Sophia Loren sauce. And she's like, what is that? And I'm like, Sophia Loren has her own sauce. I've been making it since I was a teenager, since the 80s. And she asked me for the recipe, and I forgot to send it to her. And I came back to my studio to film, which is AKA my bedroom. And she sent me a message, and she's like, don't forget to send it to me. And it's on the kitchen. It's on my fridge in the kitchen, the actual printout of it. It's so old. It's like from the 70s. And it's in the kitchen. But, of course, I forgot. So I found a video on YouTube, and I sent it to her. So I'm going to put that down, too, below. The person was very nice. I told them that, you know, I've been making that sauce since the 80s, and they sent me a comment back. Very sweet. So, yes, I'm going to put that down below. But her tomato sauce is delicious. And I put in the comments there, whenever my family says to me, oh, are you making Sophia? I know exactly what they want. They want spaghetti, and they want spaghetti sauce because we make Sophia here. And now I've kind of changed it a bit over the years, but the original Sophia is just how it was in that video. So that's the original. And you use fresh basil and fresh tomatoes, whole tomatoes, not fresh, canned whole tomatoes. You can use fresh, I guess, if you want to, but the canned tomatoes are better because they're already peeled and skinned for you, and you crush them and everything. It's just a most magnificent tomato sauce. It is so delicious and so simple and quick. It comes together in 5 minutes or less. I mean, it's delicious. It's not one of those gravies and sauces that our Italian, you know, grandmothers and aunts and everything make, that's on the stove for hours when they put the beef bone in from the brajol and all of that, and they make it's not that. So if you're looking for that, it's not that kind of sauce. It's a very simple, light, clean sauce. And you must have olive oil, garlic, fresh basil, and fresh garlic. Please don't use garlic. And if you do, I'm judging you. I'm judging. That is the worst. And if you know that you've noticed when you've cooked it, first of all, it doesn't even smell like garlic. Second of all, it doesn't even cook down. When you put it in anything, all you see is little white beads everywhere. Buy a bulb of fresh garlic, crush it, hit it, crush it. It'll break all the pieces out. Or get the garlic that's already peeled for you and in a bag. All the garlic cloves are peeled, and take that and do your garlic. Get a garlic press if you don't like to cut it or you don't want it on your fingers. Get a garlic press. Use that. Do not buy that garlic. I used to buy that years ago. My mother used to judge me. She's like, that is the worst. Why don't you just, you know how to cook and you know that we just use fresh garlic. Why would you buy that? I'm like, well, it's convenient. No. No. Don't buy that. And then the last day of this pre-detox is, why do we crave sugar? You know, and like she says, when we eat sugar, the dopamine response we get encourages us to continually search for that pleasurable feeling. Yeah, because we want that. You know what I mean? You want that high, that sugar high, you know, that sugar rush. You want it. So, yeah, so that's it for today. You know, just a little something, something. I just didn't want to leave today without saying Happy St. Patrick's Day. I have on my green little crown for my Irish sister, Jackie. Jackie's crystal moon. I've got on my Irish crown, Jackie. Jackie went to the parade today in Ireland. She went to the St. Patty's Day parade. Now, when I was growing up, New York's St. Patty's Day parade is today too. But when I was growing up in the Virgin Islands, our parade was always the Saturday before. And so I'm thinking that this past Saturday on the 15th was St. Patrick's Day, but I haven't been on Facebook, so I hadn't even seen anything about that, unless it's going to be this weekend coming. But usually it's before, I mean, and they go all out in the Virgin Islands. Everything, the green beer, the green, everything is green. Everything's green. And then this morning on GMA, I saw where they put all the green dye in the river or the lake in Chicago. Love that. And I lived in Chicago for 4 years. I love that. So, yeah. So, anyway, my peeps, Yappy and I will bid you adieu. And if you stayed this long, because I never introduced myself in this video, I don't think at all. At all. So, if you stayed this long and like, who the hell is this lady? My name is Alexis. This is Yappy, my personal support Chihuahua here on YouTube. She's a superstar in her own right, but she's here with me. She keeps me company. And my friends here call me Lexi, and I hope you will become one of them. And my day oneers call me Sexi Lexi. And some of my day oneers call me Luscious Lexi. So there you have it. So I leave you with that. I bid you adieu. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Monday. Because remember, Monday ain't done nothing to nobody. And have a beautiful St. Patrick's Day. A beautiful day. You know what I mean? Just be happy today. Whether you're Irish or not, it doesn't matter. It's St. Patrick's Day. You know, be happy. Be grateful. Put on a little green and be grateful. Don't get pinched. And on that note, I will say, deuces, and I love you plenty.